I'm here to state the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Cole Sports presents on the daily. Another Wednesday, another time to congregate with you, VIP. Cole Johnson's live in a living color on the daily. It's on tap, presented by Cole Sports. And if you haven't done so already, what are you waiting on and for? Subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell for any and all content that emanates from here as we give you videos every Monday through Friday. So be in the know, whether it is your house, your car, if you carpool. Do people carpool still these days? I think so. Your work, your church, or anywhere else you congregate with other people. That's on the daily every Monday through Friday, right here on the Cole Sports YouTube channel. Now, this is Wednesday, and VIP, the day ones, and probably even the day of yesterday or the day before us. You know that I come with something LeBron James worthy or type of news because I made it a plea, I should say, I made it a vow to not mention his name at any other juncture or point in time during the week, except for today. And so it's another Wednesday. LeBron James is a newsmaker, and he made some news. And we're going to get to a little bit of some truth telling. So let's start the process and continue it right now.
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronsexual Confessions.
As you know, we are 1 week removed from the siege at the Capitol. I'm not going to go into details as to what happened and why it happened and all of that type of stuff. But of course, LeBron being LeBron, he commented on that. And his comments were, I wouldn't say surprising or off-putting. I would say it was pretty much right on it for the time, so to speak. And asked about that, he said, quote, "I couldn't help but to wonder if those were my kind storming the Capitol, what would have been the outcome? I think we all know. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. We already know what would have happened to my kind if anyone would have gotten close to the Capitol, let alone storm inside the offices and inside the hallways." Close quote. Now, I'm not here to debate the merits of the Capitol storming or insurrection or whatever. I wanted to bring that up to show that I think what many people think about LeBron, and they equate that to the greatness he has on the court. Having these types of comments make those who love him, even those who insanely love him, it makes them relate to him because LeBron, so to speaks, well, their language, so to speak. I'm not talking about black. I'm talking about just human beings. He speaks their language. He doesn't speak over heads, and he seems relatable. Not saying that he is or not, and he just seems that way, and he connects. And I've said this often. The greatness on the court will be buffered by the stuff he did off the court, or does off the court, or will do off the court. Similar to a Muhammad Ali, because a lot of what his greatness was was the bouts with Foreman and Frazier and Norton and Patterson and Liston before then in the 60s. But a lot of it also was the 4-year stretch or 3.5 year stretch when he was banned from boxing and didn't have a boxing license, and he had to tour and speak because he decided not to enlist in the army during the Vietnam War. And it was a lot of the groundwork laid then that turned him from public enemy number one in the mid 60s to the most beloved athlete in the world in the mid 70s. So a lot of the same elements in Ali I'm seeing in LeBron. Now, am I calling him one of those agent changing forces in sports? To a degree, LeBron is that way, but to a larger degree, no. I'm saying that the same elements are there, and the same element of weighing the greatness of the athlete is there. That how he was away from his chosen field of battle will make him greater, because the greatness of the man will, if not compete, basically overwhelm and consume the man that is on the court, in LeBron's case, or in the ring, in Ali's case. He also hinted at ownership, and that doesn't surprise me. I mean, LeBron has always been about ownership. I mean, the biggest reason why he went to LA was to own, and not necessarily just a sports franchise. I mean, he wants to, conquer Hollywood. He already owns an entertainment company, and he wants to create more content that he already has. So he's already created TV shows, both independent and on network TV. And he is now verbally dipping his toe in the athletic ownership pool. So in a tweet earlier this week, he said the following, quote, "Think I'm going to put together an ownership group for the dream. Who's in? Hashtag Black votes matter." Close quote. Now, for those who don't know, the Dream is the Atlanta Dream, and the Atlanta Dream is a WNBA team. One of the things I've always said about LeBron is he's going to look to own a team. One of these days, he's going to own a franchise. And it may not be basketball. It may be in another arena, but he's looking to own, because he is definitely having an eye toward life away from the basketball court, the second career for him. Because, I mean, he's playing his first career right now. The second career is basically being a mogul and an entrepreneur and an owner, because he is trying to get to the $1 billion point where he is what he is worth. And so this is going to help and aid him in getting to that point. And eventually he's going to own, I think, an NBA franchise, and he might own an MLB franchise or an NFL one. Who knows? I'm interested though to see the journey of his ownership stakes. And speaking about twilight of careers, having them think about ownership speaks to looking at the future and looking at the fact that he has not as much time in front of him as he does in his rearview mirror. Take, for example, the stats right here. So far, it's been 3 weeks of action in the regular season. He's averaged 24 points, grabbed 8 boards, and he has dished 8 dimes. That's the average so far for the 2021 season as of this recording. Now, the 24 points per game, not in the top 20. The 8 rebounds per game, not in the top 20. The 8 assists per game is in the top 20. Actually, it's in the top 10. In fact, that is 7th. But he's doing what I have told you all in previous videos, that he has to look at making others stars and not be so much enthralled in basically getting himself over in the terms of wrestling. You know, his interest has to be more toward making sure other people shine. Not saying he doesn't do that. I'm saying he has to be more about that and less about chasing regular season MVPs. His focus should only be about finals MVP at best in terms of individual statistics and accomplishments, and definitely the Larry O'Brien Trophy. His time in his career is at that point in juncture right now. Now, I put forth a video saying that today he's not the best player today. Well, let me give you some examples of some players who are comparable in statistics to LeBron that back me up in saying that he's not the best player today. Take Julius Randle of the Knicks. Right now, he averages 23 points, 12 rebounds a game, and 7 assists per game. Now, that's one less point than LeBron. That's one less assist than LeBron, but that's 4 more rebounds a game than LeBron on average. You don't consider him to be a better player than LeBron, but those are comparable stats. How about another? How about, I don't know, Nikola Jokic, the center for the Nuggets. At this moment, 24 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists per game. He's averaging a triple-double. Watch out, Russell Westbrook. I digress. Now, you don't think Jokic is a better player than LeBron, but the stats are comparable and in certain cases better. The rebounds are better and the assist total is higher. And then there's Luka Doncic. The Mavericks everything. 27 points a game, 9 rebounds per game, 8 assists per game. The assist total is the same, more rebounds and more points. But you don't consider him greater than LeBron, but the stats say better. The stats say otherwise. The stats say that Doncic is better. I'm not saying that this is my preference. I'm saying from stats alone, I'm seeing one guy who's comparable and 2 guys who have better stats. Oh, and then there's Kyrie Irving. What? But no, don't put that up there. Come on, man. No, Kyrie doesn't even belong on this list. I don't know why. I don't know why they put that up there. I digress. My overall point is this. LeBron is in the twilight of his career. He doesn't have to be the guy that scores 30 points, dishes 8 dimes or 9 dimes, or even 10, and pulls down 8, 9, or 10 rebounds. He doesn't have to do that. That's not what he has to do. Can he do it? I'm sure. But that's not what he should be doing. And it looks like from what I'm seeing LeBron's doing, he is wisely not doing it. He's not the best player in today's game, but the thing is, LeBron knows he doesn't have to be. All he has to be is the last man standing come the middle of June. That is what's important, not from what many Bronsexuals think is.
In a world where contradiction and hypocrisy exist, lies the truth to set us all free. Here is where we all get enlightened. This has been yet another installment of the Bronsexual Confessions.
Now, if you want this wonderful shirt that you're staring at, that I'm wearing, the description box below has all the details as to where to get it, how to get it, and any style that you want to get it. Now, if you think that what I presented for you is wrong or faulty, or if you agree with me, in either case, VIP, like this video and share it throughout your social media. Comment below because I want to hear what you have to say, VIP. Your comments mean the world to me. Don't forget, hit that notification bell and subscribe to this channel for any and all content that emanates from here. That's all the time I have. Thank you so much for joining me. And as always, this has been yet another installment, VIP, of... Come Cole Sports on the visual and on the daily.